Today I want to talk about Thailand's acceptance of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Oprah Winfrey interview. I've sort of been quite interested in how Thailand has reacted to Meghan Markle in particular, but also the interview with Oprah Winfrey. You know, I've been sort of watching the news, watching social media, and getting an idea of how Thais have taken to this interview, you know, and the whole situation with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I've come to eight points that I want to raise and, you know, share with the viewers. I mean, these are, you know, not my personal opinion, but these are the opinion of Thais that I've garnered over probably a month now since the interview. And, you know, the social media like YouTube channels I've been watching in you know, Thai language channels and news channels, and also I've made my own videos about Meghan Markle and the Oprah Winfrey interview. So, you know, I've had quite a bit of feedback on my own videos as well from Thais. So I think now is the time to share with my viewers how the Thais feel about particularly the interview. And we'll start with the first point, and that's a Thai word, and there's no clear, precise translation, so I'm going to have to tell you this word in Thai. And so the word is Katanyu. The description is down below, as you can see. What that basically means is that Thais hold, I'm going to use the word reverence for their parents. And, you know, this is all about gratitude to their parents. And this is crucial in Thai culture. This is kind of the number one, really. You know, anybody who doesn't have this in Thai culture is instantly dismissed. You know, they've basically committed cultural suicide, or social suicide, I should say. Yeah, I mean, this is unforgivable in Thai culture. If you don't have Katanyu, this gratitude to your parents and family. So it's not only parents, it's older family members, which includes brothers and sisters if they're older. The youngest has to have Katanyu for all of the above. It's taken me a long time to figure it all out, you know, this whole Katanyu thing. And yet, you know, the Thais, they just cannot forgive Meghan for what she's done to her father and her older sister. That, you know, for the Thais, she has committed social suicide as far as they're concerned. So point number two is related to point number one about Katanyu. And it's basically I'm going to use the word slagged off. She slagged off her in-laws, you know, the parents of her husband. You know, a lot of people are going to say, well, she didn't actually say anything bad about them. Well, she insinuated bad things about her new relatives, not necessarily only her husband's father. Obviously his mother is not with us anymore, and, you know, his grandparents and his aunts and uncles. She insinuated these things, you know, with the race card thing. And again, I mean, this in Thai culture is completely unforgivable. This is completely taboo. Thai people cannot forgive her for that. Again, it's social suicide. It just isn't done. You know, you have to stand by your new family members, your in-laws. You have to stand by them and do right by them. So the third point is coming from the comments that I've had on my videos. They're related to her actress thing. You know, she's been an actress. You know, the Thais, they're saying she's still acting, and, you know, the fact that she's lying, you know, is part of the act. That's how the Thais look upon that. So point number four, I better just make it clear again. This is not my opinion. This is the opinion or the opinions that I've garnered of Thai people. And the fourth point is about feeling sorry for Harry, in that he's chosen the wrong wife. And he was also, you know, the word they use is stupid to have chosen this woman. And they also, they're kind of rooting for Harry, you know, so that he's going to see the light, you know, and this is often the term they actually use, to see the light and, you know, figure out he has made a mistake and sort of try to make good of this situation he's in, or basically get out of this situation he's in. Now, as far as I'm aware, you know, Harry is very protective of his wife. So, you know, obviously this comment isn't going to go down well with Harry. But, you know, this is how the Thais feel about the situation. They actually feel sorry for him. So that's point number 4. So this is point number 5. I'm going to have to keep looking at my phone here. I've got my notes on here. This is another Thai expression, a Thai idiom. Kin bon ruan, ki rat bon langka. So this basically translates to eating in the house of a friend, then defecating on the roof. So i.e. a traitorous person. This is a very Thai perspective. Katanyu, this is point 1. It kind of goes back to that as well. So Katanyu is gratitude. So if your friend takes you in when you're in a difficult situation and you stay with them at their house and they feed you, then you have to do right by them. You know, you can't go bad-mouthing them after this gratitude that they've shown to you. You have to basically repay that. I have to read it, I can't actually remember it. So Gin bon ruan, ki rat bon langka. So this is the expression, and eating in the house of a friend, then defecating on the roof. I mean, that's very graphic, but you know, it's exactly what the Thais think of what Meghan has done. So point number 6, this is another Thai expression that's very specific to Thailand. And you know, I've come across this expression used quite a lot talking about Meghan. And it is Riat Kanan Song San. Riat Kanan Song San. So that basically means call for pity score, or basically a drama queen. That's how the Thais would express that, you know, as being a drama queen. And I mean, this is quite new to me as well, this idiom. Feedback I've had on my videos, it's been used a lot, you know, so it's another dimension of Thai culture that's relatively new to me as well. So this is actually point number 6. So the next one is number 7, and that's telling lies. The way she's done it, there are victims of her lies. And this is what the Thais find unforgivable. Telling lies, sometimes it's, I mean, in Western culture, certainly British culture, we would say white lies. You know, they're very small lies, just to not upset someone, even though we know it's not necessarily true. We can tell small white lies, and that's kind of acceptable in British culture and Thai culture as well. Actually, I mean, to lie over here, as long as there's no victim, it's okay. You know, it's not such a huge sin. But you know, telling lies when there is a victim, especially if the victim is family or relatives, then that's completely unacceptable as far as Thais are concerned. So that was point number 7. And the last point, point number 8, is something I actually saw in a video about how Japan took this Harry and Meghan situation, and it's actually the same. It's about the way Meghan dresses. In Thailand, they're very traditional, and they value the cultural aspect of being a female and dressing properly, modestly. You know, this is very much alive today in Thailand. Some people would say it's not really with the times, but you know, it is in Thailand, so that we can't really criticize the Thais for that. It's basically the way she's dressing. It's, you know, with big slits up her skirt and things, revealing a lot of leg and cleavage, all of these things. That's not very modest as far as the Thais are concerned. And you know, especially being somebody of royalty, you know, marrying into royalty, it doesn't matter. She is now considered to be a royal, and that's unforgivable, you know, as far as the Thais are concerned. They can't accept that. No matter how young the lady is or how attractive she is, it doesn't matter. They have to dress modestly, and that's another, you know, big thing in Thailand. All right, well, I hope that was informative. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.